So next week we explore a little bit more about Monty, the school's principal. Obviously, last season she and Lena crossed the line a little bit. She comes back into the picture, and we learn some interesting information about her. And that's going to be airing next week, which is really a fun episode. And Lena's brother Nate comes for a visit, and Nate and Lena have some history. Lena has a lot of bad feelings and issues with her half-brother Nate, and he comes to visit, and she may or may not decide to confront him with what he did in the past. And basically, he had called Lena's mother the N-word years ago to Lena's mother's face, and Lena never forgot it and never forgave it. And Lena's mom, she moved on seemingly from that, but Lena can't, and it's eating away at her. So it remains to be seen, will she confront Nate and tell him it's not okay to just sweep it under the rug, we need an apology for this, or what's going to happen with that? That remains to be seen, because I still remember in the very first season, I remember Lena changing Jude's grade scandalously, and that never came to light. She never told anybody about that. So I'm wondering if this is going to be another secret that Lena keeps. I'm hoping that it doesn't, because a secret like that can erode a relationship. It sneakily can just get in there and inform everything that you do. So I hope that it comes out, and I hope that I hope there's not a homicide on the Fosters. I really hope there's not a homicide, because Monty's a good girl. Yeah, I think that, when you work with someone so closely and you share confidences with somebody, so much, and then the added mix to the recipe of when you're not in a good place with your partner or your wife or your husband, things can happen. It's the perfect storm. So I just think that it was a moment of weakness when Lena kind of stepped over the line a little bit. I don't think that she has those kind of feelings. I mean, Stef is her true love. It's going to be rough because Monty, obviously, Lena works with Monty, so every single day she's there. But I think it's just a matter of putting up those boundaries that she didn't have before. And luckily, it didn't go further than it did. So I don't know. I think Lena's strong enough to not make that mistake again. Well, in the next episode, they win the lottery. So no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. They need to win the lottery, but I think it's a realistic portrayal. Even though they live in this fabulous house, it was established that Lena's mother and father helped them with the payment for the house, and that's why they kind of live in this great home. But money's going to be tight, and that's how I think a lot of families can identify with that, especially when you have 5 kids in the house. And it's going to continue to test their relationship, because yes, of course they'd love to get away and have a little alone time on a little vacation, but there's a hole in the ceiling. I don't know. I think that when you really love a show, you get so invested that you suspend your disbelief enough for those kind of blips on the radar and those kind of transitions to happen. I feel like we've invested so much in these characters, and yes, sometimes it's hard to see a new face in the role. But I think audiences are savvy enough to know that things happen, and that sometimes a recast is necessary, and that whoever we end up finding, hopefully they'll fall in love with him too. Well, I mean, it's nothing that we haven't seen, I guess, on TV before. I mean, teenagers have sex, and they lose their virginity at an early age sometimes. I mean, early is relative for everybody, but it's important to see that. I mean, I hope that girls and boys learn that. I want young people out there to honor themselves and to make good choices, and to know that sex is something that's just so personal and so precious. And even though it's glorified in the media to no end, it's something that you should, treat with respect. Treat yourself with respect. Make sure that other people treat you with respect. It's not something you just give away willy-nilly, damn it. Kids, you young kids. Oh, well, behind the scenes, sometimes when you're watching a scene and the camera's just on, let's say, on me, say it's a scene between Lena and Stef and the camera's just on me, 50% of the time, Terry Polo is actually in her underwear on the other side, trying to make me laugh and break character in the middle of a scene. Although I don't know if that'd be a big secret because people kind of get the drift that Terry is cuckoo. And she does those kind of things. But yeah, she likes to keep it fresh and keep me on my toes. Hi, I'm Sherri Saum, and you're watching Celeb Secrets for You.